Joining us right now is Paul Bonicelli, a former Bush 43 State Department official. Paul, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. What do you make of the president's comments regarding Britain exiting the European Union, Brexit, Prime Minister Theresa May, and a potential trade deal with the UK? Was the timing of these comments appropriate? I mean, obviously, he's got this huge ceremony that Theresa May planned for him, and then this interview is sort of poking at the issues there.
Well, I'm sure Prime Minister May doesn't think it's an appropriate timing, but she shouldn't be surprised because this is a big deal to the president. If you're going to get out of the EU because you think that it is not in your sovereign interest as Britain, and the president agrees with that, then you really get out all the way. He's with the solid Brexiters. But Theresa May has not really operated that way. She's tried to do a soft Brexit because she's dealing with her own establishment. She's never been in as strong a position as the president is in his position. And so she kind of made a soft Brexit deal, which means that they're staying in the EU in terms of following a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to goods, but services, they'll be a little freer. Well, the president looks at that and says either you're in or you're out. And if you want to deal with us, which you desperately need in order to make a post-EU Britain work and be wealthy, then you need to get completely out. We don't want to be with you if you're half married to the EU still.
Yeah, and then, of course, the president has this meeting with Vladimir Putin on Monday. The president commenting on this upcoming summit with Vladimir Putin, referring to him as a competitor, not an enemy. Watch.
I think we go into that meeting not looking for so much. We will, of course, ask your favorite question about meddling. I will be asking that question again. He may deny it. I mean, it's one of those things. So all I can do is say, did you, and don't do it again. He's a competitor. You know, somebody was saying, is he an enemy? No, he's not my enemy. Is he a friend? No, I don't know him well enough. Hopefully someday, maybe he'll be a friend. It could happen.
And then, Paul, in a newly released Fox News poll, 53% of Americans think President Trump is not tough enough on Russia, but 59% think President Trump should meet with President Vladimir Putin. Paul, what will make this summit a success? What are your expectations?
I think that it will be a success because he does well at these kinds of events. He's assertive at these events. Privately, he says the things that he needs to say. And, you know, Maria, I don't know how many years we're going to have to go with people pretending like Donald Trump loves to be a chump, likes to set himself up and play the fool. That's the opposite of who he is. So I don't expect him to look like he's kowtowing in any way. And I expect him to privately say tough things, which mirror all the tough things he's been doing with regard to Vladimir Putin. The weak person without leverage is Vladimir Putin. He desperately needs this kind of meeting, but Trump is a president that can meet with people and not walk away and have lost face in any way. At least that's the way he's performed so far.
Yeah, and there's a journal op-ed out today titled What Putin Wants from Trump. And in it, the board writes, Mr. Trump clearly believes that Mr. Putin's Russia is not the security threat that the Pentagon does, and he's intent on showing that the two countries can get along. The wily Russian knows that, too, which is why we should watch what he gains for smiling across the table. Gary B. Smith.
Hey, Paul, I have a question for you. You know, it seems when Trump is on these foreign visits, it just appears to me, and maybe the American public, that it's kind of Trump alone. You've been in the position of advising the president on foreign policy matters. Is he getting any input at all from the people under him in the State Department, people like yourself, as to what to say and how to act, or is it just Trump all alone doing what he wants?
Yeah, thanks, Gary. I don't think that it's Trump alone. I think that before he got Bolton and Pompeo and people like that around him, it probably was a little bit more by himself and certainly talking to White House aides, those that are closest to him. But it's a different situation now. And so I marvel, and far be it for me to question the Journal's editorial board. I read it all the time and have since I was a teenager. But I don't understand why we keep thinking we know that Donald Trump wants to have a love affair with Vladimir Putin. He's naive about him. Again, it's the last thing Donald Trump's personal and professional image could stand is to be known as the lapdog kowtowing to Vladimir Putin. So you have Pompeo, you have Bolton around him, you have Mattis around him. He knows what he's dealing with. He doesn't want to have to do it the way Bush and Obama did it because he thinks that they failed at that relationship. So he's going to try his own way.
All right, we will leave it there. Paul, good to see you this morning. Thanks so much. Paul Bonicelli joining us.